Hold on a second, Donte. I think we got you on mute, so let's get you off of that real quick. Hold on one second. All right, Donte, looks like we got your audio. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We can hear you too. Guys, obviously joined by cornerback Donte Jackson. Looks like David's quick here, so he's got his hand up. We'll go ahead, Donte, and start with the first question from David Newton, ESPN.
Hey, Donte, good to see you there.
What's going on, man?
Doing pretty good. Wanted to ask you, there's a lot of enthusiasm seems to be around the defense and what you guys have added to it this year, starting with the cornerback opposite you. So how would you evaluate where you guys are defensively right now compared to this time a year ago from a talent standpoint and understanding what Phil Snow wants standpoint?
Well, from an understanding what Coach Snow wants and what Coach Rule wants standpoint, we've risen tremendously. You know, with this time last year, you know, we weren't able to get together. We were a young team last year, just like we are this year. So I think that getting this chance to get together and learn the scheme and actually do the schemes together, not looking at a screen, trying to, you know, write notes and make notes, so notes are accurate, but actually getting out there doing it. I think in that standpoint, we've been definitely trending in the right direction, man. Everybody's flying around, everybody's here, first of all, and everybody's, you know, attentive, and everybody just wants to be, and you can tell everybody is working to be, you know, one of the top defense in the league.
And what about from just a talent standpoint, and the ability to morph out of a 4-3 to a 4-3 to that 3-5-3 without even changing personnel?
Oh, the talent level. I mean, the talent level is there, man. We brought on some guys who can definitely do a lot of great things for us. AJ, who's a guy who can play any position in the secondary if you need him to. Denzel, who's definitely a fierce guy who can roam the middle and make some great plays for us. But Hassan Reddick, he's a guy who brings the energy every day. He's definitely coming here to work. You know, he stays on the DBs about just being up and just being excited. So yeah, man, we definitely excited with the piece, and not to mention the rookies, defensive rookies we have. Those guys coming in and just being very attentive, and you can tell that everybody want to learn, and everybody just working together just to be complete defense.
Appreciate it.
Will Palachik and then Jonathan Alexander.
Hey, Donte, just kind of dovetailing
What's up,
off
man?
that, especially about Jaycee Horn. What have you noticed from him in terms of his, you know, comfort level coming in here? I think it was Darren earlier today, said he's kind of like turnkey, ready to go. How ready has he looked for this level?
Oh, very, very ready. One thing about JC, I mean, he looks as advertised, man. And he's a guy who's like a lot of rookies, coming in eager to just, you know, just to get out there. But he's also a guy who's eager just to learn everything. You know, he asks a lot of questions. He's out there and he's actually trying to put the stuff that he's getting coached on. He's trying to put it on the field, and you can definitely see the growth in him. It's going to be excited to see, you know, come camp time, you know, how he progresses. But he's been definitely dialed in and locked in, and we've been rolling.
What's up, Donte? Hope all is well.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much. You know, last year y'all had to deal with particularly with the cornerback room having to deal with the rotation and a lot of injuries. How tough was it last year? You know, dealing with that, and what do you hope with the additions of AJ and Jaycee and Keith? What do you hope this cornerback room can be for you all?
Oh, we can be dominant. We can be dominant, man. We have a group that not only are we fighting hard to learn the scheme and have the scheme down pat, we are also fighting hard to be consistent and to fight hard to work on our detail and our craft. You know, that's one thing we've been holding the group accountable for, make sure we get our technique, make sure we get our detail work in, and the football is going to take care of itself. So I think this group can be very, very impactful for the team, especially with a front seven like we have. I think that this corner and this secondary group can be really, really special, man. I think we have all the pieces. We have the IQs in the back end. We have the physicality. We have the speed. It's just going to be all about just detailing and coming in and just trying to be consistent and working.
And how tough was last year having to insert rookies in early on and dealing with all the injuries?
I mean, one thing Coach Rule, Coach Snow, and all the staff is big on is like rookies aren't rookies. And I think that the class last year definitely took that to another level, So Coach Rule, he's not going to treat you like a rookie. So you got to always be ready. And I think that that last year we definitely leaned on the young guys a lot. And I think this year it could be more of the same.
All right, Darren Gant and then Joe Person.
Donte, do you feel like you had to kind of prove yourself to Matt Rule and a new staff last year? And how did you think you did at that?
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say I felt I had to prove myself, but I definitely not to anybody. I had to prove myself to me, and that was the biggest thing. Coach Rule and this staff was big on, man. They know what type of player I was from the start, from the day they became the Panthers coaching staff, and so the trust and the belief and the confidence in me was always there, but injuries and stuff happen and just got stuff you got to fight through. But for the most part, I think that my game rose a lot last year, just from a leader standpoint, just from an understanding football and everything slowing down for me standpoint, and it's more to come.
Are there particular things you believe that you're a lot better at today than you were a year ago this time?
Oh, definitely. Just my detail in my craft, just being more on myself about, my craft and my feet and my hands and my eyes, just being more on myself about that, coaching myself up, telling myself my mistakes before Coach Snow can come even tell me anything, so we just been going. We've been trying to get it all in, but I'm just not trying to really make it about myself. I'm all about, just the whole group striving and being successful.
Donte, good to see you. How you doing, man?
What's going on, Joe? How you doing, man?
I'm good. Hey, not to bring up a sore subject, but did you have to have any kind of toe surgery in the offseason?
No.
Okay.
No. Definitely just rest. Got some treatment. Have a person out in New Orleans who was doing a lot of stuff for me. So coming back in OTAs, feeling great. Not really wanting to even talk about a toe, but you brought it there, Joe. So we got to. But yeah, man, it's feeling great. I've been getting my treatment. I've been staying on top of it. Even after practice, I've been getting in there, getting stuff I have to get done, and just being proactive and trying not to let old things come back. So it's been feeling great.
And then another topic, completely different. Your early impressions, kind of what AJ has brought to the room, and anything you've kind of picked up from a guy who's been around a while.
AJ is an ultimate pro, man. He's an ultimate pro. He's a guy that is just a joy to have in the room, and not only for the coaches, but just especially for the just young team that we have in this young secondary, young defense. Having a guy like that, AJ is a guy who literally can go play any position in the secondary and at a high level. He's very smart. He has a high IQ. And he brings it every day. He's not gonna allow a day where the young guys see him not on his game. And we have a lot of talks about it. He talk about just football. Me and him talk about football so much. He's a good guy to have in the room to pick his brain, because he's been in a lot of big time situations, and just having a guy like him around these young guys. Especially the young guys coming into the league, or the young guys who's second year in the league, Troy Price, Stanley, those are the guys who benefit from AJ's present, man. Him and Melvin, Rashawn, man. So just having those guys in the room, it's just been a big burst in IQ and actual football.
Elena, let's go to Elena Getz.
Hey, Donte.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great.
I was curious going into this last year of your deal, are you kind of approaching this any differently? Are you thinking about that? Obviously you haven't been in this situation yet in your career, but how are you letting that get in your mind at all?
Nah, man, nah. One thing about me, I trust in God's plan. I trust in everything He has for me and everything He has given me and everything He's going to give me. So I come to work every day with the same enthusiasm, same approach, and it's not anything contract on my head. It's football. You know, it's my teammates, it's my coaching staff. So that's just one thing about me. You know, I don't too much look into the future. I just just live for now and just everything gonna take care of itself.
Does this year kind of feel more, I know you've talked about like, the scheme now and the coaches, but this all kind of feel like more comfortable for you, more normal with this being like, you're having OTAs in person and all that? Is there a big kind of difference in that way?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. It's a big difference in everything all around, from offense to defense to coaching to receiving coaching. I think that everybody with this time, we just taking a lot of the time to just get comfortable with each other. And I think that not having to hurry up and get comfortable with each other and in training camp, going to definitely help this young squad. I think that coming in training camp already, the young guys already knowing the schemes and knowing how practice flow goes and knowing, what coaches want from us. I think that it'll make camp go a lot smoother, but it also help us. And when it's time to come play games, that we got this time in right here.
All right. Looks like we got time for one more, maybe. Jonathan, why don't you go ahead and finish off?
Hey, Donte, Terrace Marshall is a LSU guy and a Louisiana guy, like you. Did you know him before he got to the Panthers, and what were your impressions of him?
Oh, I was always a huge Terrace Marshall fan. Even when when we were recruiting him at LSU, I didn't get to play with him. But yeah, I knew Terrace pretty well. Knew what type of player he was. Knew that he he was gonna be a top draft pick one day just from watching him in high school. But yeah, man, getting him to come to the Panthers, that was huge. I didn't expect that, but I was definitely happy for him, and get some more Tiger blood in here. Yeah, and Terrace is a guy I know once he get out there and get healthy, he's gonna be a huge impact for us, and he's a Tiger, so
Great, Donte. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.